Hi golfers, Nick here from Untitled Golf. It's Friday, so welcome to another lesson on golf tips. This week on golf tips, we're going to talk about the move over the top. So what's the move over the top? Well, it's when in the downswing, the hand path and the club path, they move over the line they took in the backswing. So if you look at the best golfers, as they swing into the downswing, their backswing may be different, but generally the best players tend to get the club in this area in the downswing. So you can see the left arm is inside the stance line, it's not out here. And if you video your swing, and when your left arm is parallel to the ground, this is quite a key position. If your left arm is sort of out here or straight, it's probably not quite in enough. If you look at a lot of the best golfers, you'll see at this point, left arm parallel, the arm's probably in, say, 20 degrees, and you'll see sort of the shaft of the club here going through the bicep. So a couple of checkpoints. Where the left arm is, make sure it's still inside the stance line, and also check where the shaft is. Because you could have the line inside, but this could be too steep, and you can see the club head here sort of outside the hands, and as I continue the path down, that club head is going to move outside the golf ball. So a couple of things here: check where the club head is, the shaft, but also where the left arm is, and it's important it's inside that stance line when it's parallel to the ground. If you look at some of the key positions, I'm going to put some on the screen here so you can see, but generally people that move over the top, their left arm is probably out here somewhere, and that club's starting to sort of tip outside the hands, and once it does that, you're only going to pull and slice from there. So you're going to find it very difficult to draw the golf ball. So what I suggest is, I speak to a lot of golfers, coaching and custom fitting, and a lot of golfers that have this sort of move that goes over the top, which tends to lead to those pulls and slices. They sort of try and do the opposite and try and loop that way, which I think is really difficult. You're trying to do the opposite to what you're doing. And so what I'd suggest to a lot of those golfers that are moving over the top, actually, as you swing back, rather than trying to reverse the loop, try and swing a little bit more in on the backswing. Even if the left arm is sort of below the shoulder plane here, even if you have that move that comes slightly over in the downswing, that should help you get that club more online. So rather than trying to sort of reverse the loop, try and swing a bit more in on the backswing. That's going to help you get the club more online in the downswing. That's if you move over the top, that is. So rather than trying to completely reverse the loop, you can, without trying to change your swing too much, you can just get that left arm moving more in the backswing, and even if you come slightly over, you can still get it into the slot on the downswing. That's the most important thing. Where you get this club in the downswing is so key. Backswing is important, but it's not the most important thing. You could have the best backswing in the world, but obviously deliver the club differently in the downswing, causing issues. So we want to try and get that left arm in as much as possible. So if you're one of those golfers that does slice and does suffer from sort of over the top, I'm going to share a drill with you. Okay, so for the drill, if you grab something like 8 or 9 iron, I've got 8 iron here, and obviously the key thing is to stop this club from moving outside of the golf ball. And I think really a key movement is the right wrist. In my experience, if you can keep that right wrist bent, that's going to help you keep that club in line. As soon as I flatten that wrist, the club starts to move out this way. So it's very important you try and maintain the bend in this wrist. That's going to help keep that club more on plane. It's going to help keep that club more from the inside. It's also going to help keep the handle more forward as you come through. All really key movements in the golf swing. So for the drill, the idea is we're trying to hit from the inside instead of moving over the top. So what we're going to do is, when we set up, we're going to push the hands forward. We're going to put a bit of weight on the left. A lot of these drills I do that because you need the weight there when you hit the golf ball. So we're going to put the hands forward. We're going to put the lower body weight on the left, keep the head in position. We're just going to straighten the back leg slightly because that's going to help you move the hands in. This is really important. One of the biggest reasons golfers slice is because they maintain the bend here, so the path tends to move more out this way because it makes it very difficult to move the hands in. So important, check the knee flex, keep the right wrist bent as well. So what I'm going to do here is set up, weight on the left, hands forward, back leg a little bit straighter. I'm going to feel like I'm flexing the left knee and straightening the back leg just to help move this club in. So I'm going to try and move my hands as low as I can, or as far in as I can in the backswing. I'm going to try and keep the bend in the right wrist and just sort of punch the ball forward. So weight on the left, Back leg slightly straighter. I'm going to move the hands in as much as I can. Keep the right wrist bent as I go through. So I've just sort of punched the ball through like that. So if you slice the ball, you want to really get the feeling of punching, because as you come into the golf ball, as soon as that right wrist loses its angle, the club starts to tip across. But also from the face-on view, as soon as you do that, the handle tends to sort of move back, and that sort of tends to cup this left wrist, and the tendency is either to hit behind the ball, top it, or if you make a good connection, the likelihood is you're going to slice it. So the right wrist bend is important, the knee flex is important, and the left arm moving in. So if you slice the golf ball, move over the top, you want to try and, instead of trying to reverse the loop, try and swing as much in the backswing, so then if you do come over the top, you tend to get it back online in the downswing, which is the really key movement here. So golfers, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope those tips help. So if you do slice the golf ball and these tips help, let me know how you get on with the drill. If you've got any other questions on the video, please post your comments in the box below, or you can follow me on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Twitter.
Cry for the hours of sand that I took you to my bed. Ooh, like I'm loving the